Y'all probably can't tell looking at me on stage, but I'm kind of a degenerate. I've got tattoos, and at one time I had both nipples pierced. But growing up, I was a goody two-shoes, you know? I was a good church boy, grew up in the church, Southern Baptist. Parents were elders of the church and everything. Made straight C's in school. Wasn't smart. I wasn't a smart goody-goody. But I went to a small private school in Bryan, and that's hilarious. It's rough on them streets in Bryan. I'm from North Bryan, where all the rich, that's where all the rich people are. And so I went to this private school, and we had this one substitute teacher. The lady was like 80 years old. She was like falling apart. And when the classes would get rowdy, as classes do, she couldn't really control the classroom. So her go-to method was to go and flip the light switch on and off. And I was sitting there, and I was just like, man, I wonder what happened if somebody had like epilepsy. And then the light bulb went, I was like, what if somebody had epilepsy in the middle class? And that's when I started scheming my plan. I knew I was going to have her in Spanish class later that week. I didn't tell any of my friends because I wanted to sell this. I did community theater, okay? I was a thespian. Yes. So the day came, we go to Spanish class. We're conjugating verbs. I can't speak a lick of Spanish, by the way. 4 years of Spanish, can't speak a lick. So we're sitting in class, and class is starting to get rowdy. I'm like, wait, hold, like Russell Crowe and like, hold. She's walking the light switch, and I was like, all right, Lee, it's go time. Time to sell this. She goes, she starts flipping the light switch on and off, and y'all, I did my best Michael J. Fox impersonation at my desk. I just started shaking it. And I fell on the ground and shaking. And I said, I told no one my plan, so everyone starts freaking out. They're screaming, desks are flying everywhere. And I was a lot smaller, but I was still a big guy. So I took out a couple of desks when I did it, really selling it. I didn't know that somebody went and called 911. So I come to and I was like, whoa, that was crazy. I think I just had a seizure, and the fire department's like a mile down the road. They roll up screeching, come in there, and they're checking me out. My father was also a police officer in this town. So when he hears over the police scanner, Officer Cross, your son just had an accident, he hauls ass over there. So I'm getting hooked up on the paramedics are checking me out, and they're like, man, for someone who just had a seizure, you're doing pretty good. And I was like, hey, I'm on the football team. I lift weights. And all of a sudden I hear this, I look out. I see my dad's squad car. Now here's the thing, guys. Looking back on it, I should have been like, hey, this is a joke. But I was like, no, let's see how far we can push this. My dad comes in, he's raising hell and everything. He's pissed that he's paying $10,000 a semester for me to go to this school. Okay. He rips all those things off my chest and throws me in the cruiser, and we go home. He said later that day, he's like, Lee, I'm real proud of you. You don't have to pay your tuition for the rest of this year. Yo, I played a football game 2 days later. I'm pretty sure you can't do that after you have an epilepsy seizure, right? And that substitute teacher, she got fired. Yeah, but I'm the asshole because I had the seizure. I finally admitted years later to my friends at a high school reunion. I was like, oh, y'all know that was fake, right? They were like, oh, no shit, Lee? No shit, the first time you were in the haunted house with next to the strobe light a month later and didn't have a problem.